You are looking live at South Beach, the 305, Miami, Florida, the host of the 2025 WWE Draft Lottery. Tonight, the landscape of the WWE will be altered. Superstars from Raw and SmackDown are in the house, ready to find out if they'll be staying on their current brand or shifting over to new battlegrounds. Also tonight, here in Vice City, the road to Backlash on Sunday night, April the 27th, is gonna heat up. In your main event, the Visionary, Seth freaking Rollins, and the OTC, Roman Reigns, will do battle. From partners at WrestleMania to opponents here tonight, who will be the #1 contender for Bron Breaker's WWE Championship? We find out right here tonight in Miami. Also tonight, CM Punk is back. The Second City Saint fell short in his pursuit of the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Tonight we hear from CM Punk for the very first time since that night in Philadelphia. It's gonna be an unpredictable evening, earth-shattering at that, right here on Monday Night Raw. We are live from South Beach. Welcome to the 2025 Draft Lottery. And hot off the heels of a shocking betrayal 7 nights ago, the Prince, Finn Balor, is live inside the KCI Center. We went off the air last Monday night in Orlando as Damian Priest fell short to the WWE Champion Bron Breakker in the main event. Finn Balor would arrive on the scene, ambushing his now former tag team partner, the man he stood side by side with for the better part of 2 years here on Monday Night Raw. And not only was it a stab in the back, but it was a brutal, absolutely polarizing beatdown by Finn Balor to Damian Priest. I think I need more than 2 hands to count the amount of coup de grace that Balor instituted last week. The attack with the steel chair, something nobody saw coming. Finn Balor, obviously, looking to set down new ventures here on Monday Night Raw. Well, unfortunately, we have yet to get an injury update on Damian Priest. We know he is not here tonight in Miami due to the events of last week in Orlando. But one man that is on the scene is his former tag team partner, a former 3-time tag team champion, a part of the Judgment Day. Finn Balor kicking things off live at the Draft Lottery edition of Monday Night Raw. And I sure as hell hope this man has a good explanation. Certainly a raucous audience here in Miami. Wow. Well, sounds a bit of jealousy, at least from my estimation, by Finn Balor. There's your explanation. Well, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to more exciting events. Tonight is the 2025 WWE Draft Lottery. Superstars from Raw and SmackDown are in the house. Let's take a look at the rules of tonight's event. 6 rounds of 4 draft picks throughout the evening here in Miami. Selections are going to be made at complete random. Who is going where? No one is exempt from this draft. And at the end of the 6th round, Raw will receive not 1 but 2 bonus picks after winning a coin toss earlier today here in Miami. Simple rules, and with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first round of the 2025 draft. Who's going to Raw? Who's going to SmackDown? Tonight, gonna shake the WWE to its very core. Who's number 1? And up first, heading to Monday Night Raw, one of the most decorated tag teams in WWE history. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods of the New Day have found their home on Raw in the past, and they're headed back to the Red brand. New Day, pick number 1 at complete random. And heading to the SmackDown brand, it is going to be the unit of the Final Testament. Akam, Razor, Karrion Kross, who's hot off the heels of a WrestleMania victory. SmackDown getting 1 intimidating trio. And coming to Monday Night Raw, it is going to be a women's division bonus. Alexa Bliss, who's hot off the heels of unfortunately losing a United States Championship bout to Kairi Sane this past Thursday. Alexa Bliss looking to find new opportunities here on Raw. In the last pick of the first round, we'll see Shinsuke Nakamura heading to Thursday Night SmackDown. Nakamura, dangerous as all hell. It's been quite some time since he's found success, however. Will Nakamura find new battlegrounds each and every Thursday night on SmackDown? The first round of the draft in the books. A very simple formula. But what is not simple is the events of last week. The debut of this man. The shocking arrival of the man they call the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Sacramento, California. Weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
When we return live from Miami, it is the in-ring debut of Solo Sikoa's newest enforcer, Jacob Fatu meets Bronson Reed live on Raw. WrestleMania has come and gone, but the aftershock is only beginning. The fallout from the biggest stage has sent shockwaves through the WWE, and now the first battleground of the new season awaits at Backlash. Live from the LDLC Arena in Lyon, France, championships will be defended, rivalries reignited, and scores settled in an unforgiving fashion. The future is now, and the future is coming to France. Who will rise? Who will fall? And who will seize their moment in the chaos? The road beyond WrestleMania kickstarts here at WWE Backlash. We want to take you back to last week in Orlando. Bronson Reed one-on-one with Solo Sikoa in an Intercontinental Championship rematch when all of a sudden, one of pro wrestling's hottest free agents, Jacob Fatu, arriving on the scene at ringside, distracting Reed and allowing Solo Sikoa an opportunity to take advantage of the big Aussie. Solo, one Samoan Spike later, retaining his Intercontinental Championship over the man he took the title from at WrestleMania. Solo still the holder of the hardware. But Reed is coming for some retribution.
And his opponent from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed.
Well, I'll tell you what, anybody who has seen Jacob Fatu out there in the independent wrestling scene knows what that man is capable of. And when you put this matchup together, Fatu versus Reed, I hope they reinforce the ring here in Miami, because these two beasts are about to collide and everybody is in danger. Oh, hold on here. Jacob Fatu not waiting for the bell. Jacob getting the ambush, getting the early assault on Reed. Referee Rod Zapata in the ring. This matchup is underway, ladies and gentlemen, live here on Monday Night Raw. This is the in-ring debut of Solo Sikoa's newest enforcer, Jacob Fatu. And he's one-on-one with the former Intercontinental Champion, the big Aussie Bronson Reed. He's no small man, but Jacob Fatu, although maybe a little smaller in size than Bronson Reed, is looking, or I should say is making Reed look like an ant right now, on the ground being squashed. Jacob Fatu is one dangerous individual. This man, I hope they got the Miami PD surrounding this arena, because at any moment, Jacob Fatu can be unleashed. Bronson Reed feeling the brunt of it out of this opening bell. Jacob not giving him any room to breathe. Reed coming to Miami tonight, looking to get some retribution. But I don't know if Fatu is gonna give him that option. Look at the strength out of a man they call the Samoan Werewolf. Samoan drop as Solo Sikoa looks on, certainly pleased with his decision to bring Fatu onto the scene. We have said in recent months that we have seen the most dangerous version of Solo Sikoa, and that is what brought him to winning the Intercontinental Championship a couple of weeks ago at WrestleMania. Jacob Fatu, somebody who may be equally as dangerous, if not a little bit more, than Solo. Don't turn your back to the big Aussie. Bronson Reed may be a super heavyweight inside of that ring, but agile as all hell, so on opportunity, trying to hit that schoolboy on Jacob Fatu. Unfortunately, did not get the 3 count. You know what? I don't think Reed really wanted the 3 that time. I think he just used that pinfall scenario to get back into the driver's seat of this matchup. Bronson Reed looking to make a statement tonight. The victory over Solo Sikoa's new right-hand man could certainly put Reed back in line for an Intercontinental Championship match. A lot of history between himself and Solo over the last few months. And Bronson Reed, I don't think will be satisfied until he gets back the Intercontinental Championship. Jacob Fatu, we've seen him already on the offense, but let's see how he fares on the defense as he gets bombed right into the corner. The big Aussie with the buckle bomb on Jacob Fatu. Reed looking for destruction, nobody home. Off the body splash, Jacob able to sidestep. Jacob Fatu channeling his energy, channeling his aggression. It certainly looks focused inside of that ring right now against Bronson Reed. Look at the speed of these two big men. Fatu using his own body as a weapon to take Reed off his feet as Solo Sikoa looks on, looking at the man that he has caused pain and punishment to over the last several weeks in their Intercontinental Championship bouts. Well, it's already been an interesting evening here in Miami as we are underway with our first contest. Finn Balor stating his claims at the top of the hour as to why he betrayed Damian Priest, his former tag team partner, last week. Sounds like a load of jealousy, if you ask me. Already a couple of draft picks made tonight. Still 5 more rounds, plus Raw's 2 lottery picks to go at the end of this evening. But right now, Reed off the Saito, nearly putting Jacob Fatu away. Referee Rod Zapata right there to ensure no 3 count made just yet. Bronson Reed off the scoop and a slam. He may be ever agile. He may love to leave the soles of his boots at times, as you see right there. But Reed bringing those powerhouse-like maneuvers to this matchup. And now, on top, going for the tsunami. Nobody home. You saw the pep in the step of Reed. My goodness! What a Samoan drop! Bronson Reed still alive. You saw the pep in the step as he hustled to the top, going for the tsunami. Jacob Fatu, who sidesteps, who miscalculates that maneuver, may have just given Reed an opportunity to capitalize. They'll call it high risk, high reward for nothing. First, Jacob Fatu sidestepped the tsunami. And he might have slipped up on the ropes, misstepped on that moonsault, and he allowed Bronson Reed a window of opportunity. These two men throwing live rounds here in South Beach. Jacob Fatu now, super kick. Signature maneuver out of the arsenal of that entire Samoan lineage. And now some vicious headbutts. Reed has got to be feeling it. Got to be feeling the pressure here. Reed trying to use the ropes to get to his feet. Sent to the outside by the Samoan madman, the werewolf himself, into the ropes. Jacob Fatu with a suicide dive. Fatu ever aggressive, ever agile, and clearly focused and hell-bent on getting the victory tonight. Now Fatu scales the ropes. Reed trying to get to his feet, but is cut off at the finish line with a headbutt. Reed is in trouble. My goodness, what an impaler DDT. The strength to get Reed up and level him on his crown. Jacob Fatu victorious in his in-ring debut.
Here is your winner, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Solo Sikoa has got himself an ace in the sleeve. What an impressive showing by the debuting Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is about time to move on with round number 2 in the 2025 WWE Draft. Every superstar eligible chosen at complete random. Who's going to Raw? Who is going to SmackDown? And up first for the red brand, the irresistible force, Nia Jax, returning to WWE in recent months, has been met with some humps in the road, but maybe right here on Raw is where Nia Jax begins to dominate. Who's heading to the Thursday Night SmackDown brand? It is a former women's champion in Bayley. She's had some women's title opportunities in the last year. Now heading to SmackDown, new opportunities could be on the horizon. Who's coming right here to Monday Night Raw? It is going to be Chad Gable, Olympic-level athlete, somebody who has been on the cusp of greatness on SmackDown, chasing championship gold. Gable is going to be wearing red. And the last pick in the second round going to SmackDown. Oh, man! Well, this has got to be crushing for Bronson Reed. Not only losing moments ago, but he'll certainly not be getting another round for the Intercontinental title as he's heading to SmackDown. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry to exclusive kickoff shows before each and every premium live event. Also, witness bi-monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe Mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain and see how Universe Mode is brought to life each and every week. hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass Noah Nation Gaming channel member, and get your front row seat to more universe than ever before. We're back live on Monday Night Raw. It is the 2025 Draft Lottery, and the new World Tag Team Champions, DIY, are in the house. Like how they got there or not, they punched their ticket to WrestleMania a couple of weeks ago and got the job done, taking down Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and leaving Philadelphia with the gold.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. On their way to the ring, at a combined weight of 400 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, DIY.
Brand new pieces of hardware around their waist. Beautiful World Tag Team titles. As we mentioned, like Gargano and Ciampa's actions as of late or not, they got the job done. They're feeling confident. They issued a non-title open challenge tonight. Let's see who's going to step up and take their crack at DIY.
It's a new day.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, these guys were just drafted to SmackDown 20 minutes ago, maybe less than. The New Day are here in Miami.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 417 pounds, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
Well, as we said, all SmackDown and Raw superstars are in the house tonight under one roof to see where their fate is going to lie in the 2025 Draft Lottery. Kofi and Woods, they brought their gear bags and they're stepping up. First night back here on Monday Night Raw, they're getting in the ring with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa of DIY. The World Tag Team titles may not be on the line, but certainly an opportunity to put yourself at the front of the line is. Kofi and Woods back here on Raw certainly met some humps in the road in the last year on SmackDown, but one of the most decorated tag teams of all time looking to find their footing again and find themselves as #1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles. Will be easier said than done. Take nothing away from Gargano and Ciampa, who have turned over a new leaf in recent months, have had a new attitude, and whether you like it or not, that new attitude pushed them past the finish line and helped them secure the victory over Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn a couple of weeks back at WrestleMania. But here's Woods and Kofi showing you why they are one of the most decorated teams in WWE history. Hot out of the bell. Kofi and Woods working like a well-oiled machine. It's been a couple of months since they've been in action. Gotta go back to early part of January to see them competing in a SmackDown ring. Kofi and Woods showing that ring rust non-existent. They stay ready. And the New Day looking to bring the fight to DIY here tonight in Miami. Certainly Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa and their confidence sky high certainly will push them over the edge to issuing this open challenge tonight. Now met with the game of the New Day. Two men who know tag team wrestling like the back of their hands. Can DIY outlast this challenge? Tommaso Ciampa now getting to his feet on the outside. Xavier Woods hesitated to meet him out there, and he's going to pay for it. I think Woods was wise to hesitate. Just wish his decision was to stay in between the ropes, because you don't want to break things down to a brawl with a man who was once called the Blackheart of NXT. That is Tommaso Ciampa. DIY securing their second reign in their history as the World Tag Team Champions here on Monday Night Raw. Ciampa himself, a former Intercontinental Champion here in the Red Brand, going back a few years. Past accolades, however, don't matter in this moment. It is all about the now. And once again, Kofi and Woods asserting their dominance. Kofi and Woods back here on Monday Night Raw, and on night one, they're looking to make an impact. If anybody can do it, it's two bona fide future Hall of Famers. Oof. pretty about that. Just a boot right to the shoulder blade, it looked like. Knocked Kofi Kingston for a loop, at least for a moment. Tommaso Ciampa, who last month here on Monday Night Raw scored a big-time singles victory over a former WWE champion in Kevin Owens. Johnny Gargano, who tapped out a former Intercontinental champion in Sami Zayn. Now in the ring with, again, two more decorated individuals. Can DIY keep their luck at an all-time high? For the first time since WrestleMania, the whole shebang, Johnny Wrestling steps foot in the ring. Take nothing away from Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They pushed DIY to their limits. It took not one, not two, but three meet-in-the-middle maneuvers in Lincoln Financial Field a few weeks ago to keep down Sami Zayn and win the World Tag Team titles. Just as it was a hard-fought victory for DIY, it goes to show you the lengths they're willing to travel to ensure victory. As Kofi makes the tag to Woods, and Xavier Woods coming in, House of Fire, big-time knee right to the jawline of Johnny Wrestling. Xavier Woods now going on the apron. That was smart. That's the veteran instincts by Woods. Looked to be going for maybe a springboard maneuver, but realized, wait a minute, Ciampa's right to my left. Let me not do that before Ciampa tries to knock me down to size. DIY veterans in their own right, but when it comes to the tag team game in WWE, maybe nobody knows it better than the New Day. Or maybe we shouldn't speak too soon, because Gargano's cleaning house at the moment, turning Woods inside out. Open challenge. Could be a feather in the cap of DIY. Not just yet. Remember, the tag team titles aren't on the line tonight. Opportunity certainly is for the New Day. Suicide dive by Gargano. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, a victory with the tag team champions tonight. Could easily put them at the front of the line for a future championship opportunity here on Raw against the new World Tag Team Champions in DIY. Which is exactly why Woods is doing his damnedest to give Gargano hell. Woods out of the corner. Big time lariat. Little emphasis on it. Xavier going up. Could be about to come. Down with the elbow. Will that be all she wrote? Not just yet. Tommaso Ciampa looking to write a different story of this matchup. Referee Charles Robinson getting caught up in the crosshairs. Hopefully he gets shake off the cobwebs here. Xavier Woods with some high offense on Johnny Gargano. Unfortunately, Tommaso Ciampa still in the soles of his boots. Gargano trying to fight at enemy territory. Might have saw this matchup flash before his very eyes here. Looking to school Xavier Woods. Woods getting frustrated. Now getting sent into enemy territory. New Day have been aggressive throughout this matchup. DIY may be regretting issuing this open challenge and not having any time to prepare for Raw's newest draftees. Just when you thought, oh, there you go. Just when you thought DIY was going to get back into it, it looked as if Xavier Woods was turning the page. But there's Gargano off the reversal. Shoulder breaker right on the knee. DIY looking to find a different page in this matchup, write a different story, change the momentum, and there's Tommaso Ciampa. Off the neck breaker. Sometimes there ain't nothing fancy about what Ciampa brings to the squared circle. It is simply effective. He'll beat you down, he'll break you down, he'll make you regret ever lacing up your boots. DDT right on the outside. Moments after the cheap shot to Kofi Kingston as well. DIY not afraid to get their hands dirty. We have seen that over the last several weeks here on Monday Night Raw. It's what brought them to the tag team titles. But will it be enough to keep down Woods and Kofi, who less than a half hour ago were drafted to Monday Night Raw, and now accepting this open challenge by Gargano and Ciampa. Tag made to Kofi Kingston. Tommaso Ciampa with a sidestep. Two incredible units battling it out tonight. World Tag Team titles not on the line. Ciampa and Gargano looking to make a statement off the behalf of the New Day. Ciampa looking to be going for that air raid crash. Kofi Kingston able to sidestep, goes for the drop kick. Ciampa outruns him here. DIY, known to be cardio machines inside of that ring. Ciampa not afraid to expend a little extra energy to avoid that missile drop kick by Kofi Kingston, and now a German on the back of his neck. And another cheap shot. How many times in this contest has the illegal competitor been knocked off the apron by Ciampa or Gargano? Kofi Kingston now. Springboard crossbody. Tommaso Ciampa. I don't know if he thinks he's in Miami, if we're still in Philadelphia. Looking to be worse for wear. Kofi Kingston, however, looking to rub some salt in the wounds with the boom drop. Gargano breaking things up. Again, it seems as if the New Day had this matchup won, but the World Tag Team Champions are operating on all levels. Ciampa now taking out a little cheap shot of Woods. All's fair in love and war. DIY through the first punches. New Day just looking to meet him. Oh man, wait a minute. Tommaso Ciampa could be living in regret. Issuing this open challenge. What a maneuver by Kofi and Woods. Raw's newest draftees picking up a huge victory over the tag team champions.
Here are your winners, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
Well, you gotta believe that Kofi and Woods just put their name in #1 contenders conversations. What a huge return bout to Raw for Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, drafted earlier tonight. But who is going to join them? Who's next to be drafted in the 2025 Draft Lottery? Moving to Monday Night Raw, it is the D'Angelo family. Stacks and Tony D himself, from the dawn of NXT to the dawn of SmackDown. Now the D'Angelo family makes their home on Raw. And who is going to be heading to Thursday nights? Oh man, well, we got an NXT pick here. Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang, former NXT Tag Team Champions Gallus, heading to SmackDown. And next up, coming to Monday Night Raw, oh my goodness! One of the most dominating world champions in SmackDown history, Gunther, along with Ludwig Kaiser. Imperium making their home right here on Monday Night Raw. And the last member of the third round sees Liv Morgan making her way to Thursday Night SmackDown. Former WWE Women's Champion recently fell short in an Intercontinental title pursuit. Maybe she finds gold on Thursday nights. Well, I'll tell you, it has already been one exciting, unpredictable evening here in Miami. And still to come, the visionary Seth freaking Rollins, the OTC, Roman Reigns, who meets Bron Breakker for the WWE Championship at Backlash. We find out tonight on Raw. WrestleMania has come and gone, but the aftershock is only beginning. The fallout from the biggest stage has sent shockwaves through the WWE. And now, the first battleground of the new season awaits at Backlash. Live from the LDLC Arena in Lyon, France, championships will be defended, rivalries reignited, and scores settled in an unforgiving fashion. The future is now, and the future is coming to France. Who will rise? Who will fall? And who will seize their moment in the chaos? The road beyond WrestleMania kickstarts here at WWE Backlash. We take you back to last week on Raw, where the Unholy Union met the Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria and the WWE Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. There you see the White Witch herself, Island on, picking up the pinfall victory over Lyra Valkyria. And we can confirm that next week on Raw, live from Columbia, South Carolina, Lyra Valkyria will defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship for the very first time. She goes one-on-one with the Unholy Union, Island on, Isla, Lyra, Intercontinental titles on the line next week on Raw. But we still got plenty of action right here tonight in Miami. Chelsea Green gonna have her hands full with one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions.
And her opponent from Orlando, Florida, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions,
It was just a couple of weeks ago on WrestleMania Saturday that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill kept down their rivals in Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez to win the Women's Tag Team Championship at the grandest stage of them all. And now that WrestleMania has come and gone, and these two women have put Cora and Roxanne behind them, new path set to be traveled by Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill right here on Monday Night Raw. And of course, those women's tag team titles, a gateway to all brands in WWE. Bianca and Jade with an open door. Although they are Monday Night Raw property, who knows where they end up in the draft if they move to SmackDown or not. But those women's tag team championships always leave a question mark on where the champions can show up. Nonetheless, Jade Cargill one-on-one with Chelsea Green here tonight on Raw. Piper Niven, the X Factor at ringside. Just as we saw a few moments ago, is Chelsea Green sending Jade Cargill out of the ring, and certainly celebratory at those actions. Oh, there you see Piper Niven putting her hands on Cargill. Really not allowed here. It's all right, though. Jade Cargill, if she wants to, I'm sure will get her hands on Piper Niven. You don't got to worry about that. As we were mentioning, just as we saw a few moments ago with a non-title matchup from the New Day and DIY, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods scored a huge victory over Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. You gotta believe DIY, they had just found themselves their next #1 contenders after that huge victory by the New Day. Chelsea Green, if she could pick up the victory over Jade Cargill tonight, which is obviously easier said than done, may find herself and Piper in line for the women's tag team titles in the near future. Jade Cargill, somebody who debuted right here on Monday Night Raw in the WWE entirely back in the month of October. She has already made a little bit of a list of enemies. Problems with Liv Morgan for several months. Of course, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, a thorn in her side, just as they were Bianca Belair's. Now all those severed ties seem to be finished up after what we saw at WrestleMania. Now Jade finds herself in the ring with new competition in Chelsea and Piper. And really, we say new competition in terms of the tag team titles. These four women, no strangers to each other. Jade has been in the ring with Chelsea in one-on-one action before. She's been in the ring with Piper in one-on-one action before. And even back on the road to WrestleMania live event for Noah Nation Gaming channel members. Back in the month of February, Chelsea and Piper put on a hell of a showcase, falling short to Jade and Bianca on that night. Very familiar foes here in Miami tonight. There's already been an exciting edition of Monday Night Raw. 2025 Draft Lottery, we've already seen some big names shifting brands. Bronson Reed, who we saw in action earlier tonight, going to be on his way to Thursday Night SmackDown. He's going to be joined by Liv Morgan, the Final Testament, Gallus from NXT. Some of the Monday Night Raw draft picks, including the ring general Gunther, going to be making his way to Raw. Ludwig Kaiser, of course, going to be accompanying him. Nia Jax coming to Raw. The New Day, who have already made an impact. Still 3 more rounds in the draft lottery to come as things progress live from the KCI Center here in South Beach. Meanwhile, Jade Cargill's scoop and a slam. The strength of Cargill and Bianca may be something that no other duo in the women's division can outmatch. Now here's Cargill, big time powerbomb on Chelsea. I'll tell you what, Jade Cargill has never, ever lacked confidence. That's the same confidence that certainly has turned off several women in the women's division. One of the reasons that Jade had developed problems with Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez and even Liv Morgan going back to the fall. But Cargill found an ally, found a friend in Bianca Belair, and it has brought them to nothing but success. Brand new women's tag team champions coming out of WrestleMania, and here you see Cargill, physical as all hell, certainly bringing a different kind of presence to the Monday Night Raw ring. Chelsea Green, however, just trying to survive this matchup and put herself and Piper in line for gold, not just yet. Jade Cargill nearly snuck by Green and just collapses her in the corner. Everything Cargill does inside of that ring, oh so physical, oh so demanding, and well, here you see Piper Niven again distracting Cargill. First she put her hands on her earlier, now trying to take her eye off the ball. It allows Chelsea to come from behind with a rushing leg sweep. Tell you what, Piper Niven better watch her back, acting as if Bianca Belair isn't on the opposite side of the ring at ringside. Certainly daring her, Chelsea and Piper. You want to talk about confidence. Although their win-loss record at times may not show it, they are certainly two women who don't lack confidence either. But here's Jade Cargill, who's had enough of the fun and the games. Thanks for coming, Chelsea. You have been jaded. Can probably count to 20. Huge victory on Raw.
Here is your winner, Jade Cargill.
Well, I would imagine that Chelsea Green just earned herself and Piper Niven a spot at the back of the line. Whoever steps up for Bianca and Jade and those women's tag team titles, they are going to be in for one hell of a fight. These two women only getting better, continuing to impress right here on Monday Night Raw. We got a 4th round of the WWE Draft Lottery to get to. Already some massive names have shifted brands. Who is coming up next? Everyone eligible. Complete random. Who's going to Raw? Who's going to SmackDown? Up first for the red brand in the 4th round, it is going to be Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford of the Street Profits. Really struggled the last year on SmackDown, but sometimes a fresh environment is all you need to gain success. And up first for SmackDown in the 4th round, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Pack your bags, you're going to Thursday nights. First Chelsea got pinned, and now she's been drafted. Moving to Monday Night Raw, the draft pick is in. It is Candice LeRae, another Women's Division addition to Monday Night Raw, a veteran who could be looking at the Women's Championship or even the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Huge opportunities could rise here on Monday nights. And the last pick of the 4th round sees the Prince Finn Balor heading to SmackDown. Well, I'm sure he's happy. He's going to join the Cruiserweight Champion Dirty Dom, who just got shifted over to SmackDown recently as well. Balor on the move to SmackDown. And as the draft continues to progress, 2 more rounds plus 2 bonus picks for Raw to go. Monday Night Raw rolls on with the return of the Second City Saint. CM Punk is in South Beach. Coming up short in the WrestleMania main event, to Bron Breakker for the WWE Championship. Many have wondered what is next for the best in the world. CM Punk who has been at the top of the mountain, has been knocked down to the bottom, has floated everywhere in between. What new path is CM Punk looking to journey down? The voice of the voiceless speaks to the people of Miami and the world watching, up next live on Raw. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry to exclusive kickoff shows before each and every premium live event. Also, witness bi-monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe Mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain and see how Universe Mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass Noah Nation Gaming channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before. It's a better time than any to become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member. Coming up on Saturday night, April the 12th, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It is Spring Stampede, an exclusive channel member exclusive event. Hit that join button down below, become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member, and be in the house for Spring Stampede on the 12th of April. Oh, wait a minute. Wait just a second. One of Raw's newest draftees is in the house. The Ring General, Gunther, one of the most dominating champions in SmackDown history, is walking down the aisle with CM Punk in his line of vision. Things continuing to develop. We'll see CM Punk taking the first shot. Well, it was on the final Raw before WrestleMania that Gunther interrupted a matchup between Cena and Breaker. CM Punk came to Cena's aid. And as Gunther said, Punk embarrassed him on that night. Gunther telling Punk it ain't ever gonna happen again, but I think it just did. Punk said you want to put that theory to the test. CM Punk clearing the ring here on Monday Night Raw. Well, Gunther may be Raw's newest draftee, but Monday Night Raw may just be... Oh, wait a minute. Kaiser from behind. Oh, well, this was a trap. This was a trap set by Imperium. You know what? I bet this would have happened whether they were drafted to Raw or not. SmackDown superstars in the building or not. And Gunther's got a bone to pick with Punk. Punk taking Gunther out of the ring. And Ludwig Kaiser now coming from the audience here in Miami, attacking CM Punk from behind. Oh, man. Ludwig Kaiser looking to use CM Punk as an example that you never step to Imperium and live to tell the tale. Gunther already in some mood after losing to John Cena a couple of weeks ago at WrestleMania. CM Punk looking for a state of the address, and now Kaiser spoiling Punk's plans. Suplex off the table. Imperium has arrived on Monday Night Raw. We gotta move on, ladies and gentlemen. A situation developing between Punk and Imperium. But when it comes to the draft, who's gonna be next? It's round number 5. And joining Monday Night Raw at the top of the 5th round is the former tag team and cruiserweight champion, the Emperor of Lucha Libre, Santos Escobar. Leaving the LWO, coming out on his own, going to be joining the Monday Night Raw brand and taking his place on SmackDown in the 5th round, the Queen of Hearts, Natalya, a veteran of the women's division, looking to find some success and maybe even championship gold each and every Thursday night. And coming to Monday Night Raw, it will be Dakota Kai, somebody who has been making some waves here and there, but really needs that opportunity to break through the glass ceiling. It didn't happen on SmackDown, but maybe Raw is where she finally finds it. At the end of the 5th round, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson of Pretty Deadly, former NXT Tag Team Champions, they gave Owens and Zayn a fight several weeks back here on Raw. They're looking to go to the top of the mountain on Thursday nights, find themselves some gold. Well, in the middle of a busy night here in Miami, Gunther and Punk coming to blows. The draft lottery continuing. And now, Mommy is in Miami.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, South Australia, the WWE Women's Champion, Rhea.
The WWE Women's Champion, hot off the heels of the victory at WrestleMania over Tiffany Stratton, but unfortunately fell short in the tag team bout against Unholy Union last week. Rhea Ripley's got some pent-up aggression. She's looking to take it out on any individual willing to step to the top, willing to step to the queen here on Monday Night Raw. The Nightmares in action, live next from South Beach. WrestleMania has come and gone, but the aftershock is only beginning. The fallout from the biggest stage has sent shockwaves through the WWE, and now the first battleground of the new season awaits at Backlash. Live from the LDLC Arena in Lyon, France, championships will be defended, rivalries reignited, and scores settled in an unforgiving fashion. The future is now, and the future is coming to France. Who will rise? Who will fall? And who will seize their moment in the chaos? The road beyond WrestleMania kickstarts here at WWE Backlash. We're back live here on Monday Night Raw, and another one of Raw's newest draftees is set for action.
And her opponent from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
Well, the WWE Women's Champion Rhea Ripley wanted competition tonight, and boy, will she ever get it. The irresistible force, Nia Jax, marching down the aisle with purpose tonight. Nia returning to the WWE back in the Royal Rumble matchup in January. The same Royal Rumble that was won by one Rhea Ripley. Nia Jax had a couple of championship opportunities on SmackDown in recent months, all of them going up in smoke. Now Nia finds herself a member of the Raw brand. Maybe tonight is where she upsets Rhea Ripley and solidifies herself as a future contender for championship gold. Certainly victory over the Nightmare, easier said than done, but Nia Jax gonna do her damnedest trying to get the 3 count. Nia coming hot out of the gate. She's got everything to prove and nothing to lose here on Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley, as we mentioned, hot up the heels of her victory of the inaugural 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament winner, Tiffany Stratton, back at WrestleMania to obtain the Women's Championship in the process. Rhea was looking to even the odds against the Unholy Union, who had been a thorn in her side for weeks in the lead up to WrestleMania. Last week on Raw, recruited the Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. Unfortunately, all that happened was Lyra Valkyria now has a target on her back. Coming from Isla Dawn, they're going to clash next week in Columbia, South Carolina. But now Rhea Ripley finding herself looking up at the lights of the KCI Center here in the 305. Nia Jax going to bring that heavyweight style. Rhea Ripley just trying to get the hell out of Dodge, but Nia Jax giving her no room to breathe. After a couple of months of unsuccessful outings on Monday Night Raw, you gotta believe Nia Jax not gonna leave any stone unturned tonight. Drafted to Monday Night Raw earlier tonight, and now she's right into the line of fire in a non-title matchup against the Nightmare. Gotta wonder where Rhea Ripley's psyche is at as well after what went down last week. As Finn Balor turning his back on Damian Priest, and then earlier tonight, Balor just running down Damian Priest, but even had something to say about Rhea Ripley, saying she took the success that the Judgment Day gave her, that Balor and Priest, I should say Balor and Dom, made her relevant, and Rhea Ripley took that success and really separated herself, which became very clear over the last few months. Rhea Ripley not really associating that much with the Judgment Day unit. Quite frankly, she's never needed to. Unlike Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley has always got it done on her own inside of that ring. Now Finn Balor can do away with Damian and Rhea because he's off to Thursday Night SmackDown, joining Dominic Mysterio, who was shifted over to the SmackDown brand after winning the Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania. Regardless of where Rhea's mindset is at, regardless of where her head is at, she is in the ring with Nia Jax at the moment. Nia's giving her hell. Rhea's just trying to survive. Oh! Big time kick from the strong legs of the Nightmare. Nia goes down, not even a 1 count. Nia with a golden opportunity here. She's certainly not looking to let it slip through her fingers. Nearly became the inaugural Women's United States Champion back at the WrestleMania Sunday kickoff show. Was upset by the Sky Pirate and Kairi Sane. Look at Nia dropping the leg on Rhea. Nia Jax looking for a future opportunity at the women's title and nearly had it in her grasp. But Rhea Ripley continuing to survive. Still to come tonight here on Raw, we're going to find out who the #1 contender is for Bron Breakker's WWE Championship. But if Nia has her way, she may be the next #1 contender for Rhea Ripley, Annihilator! And even if it was at the last-ditch second, Rhea Ripley finds a way to kick out. Nia Jax putting all of her size, all of her weight on Rhea Ripley, and I'm sure it took a hell of a lot out of the Nightmare, but Rhea Ripley, tough as nails, able to survive. Oof, maybe not for long. Nia Jax ragdolling Rhea a couple of times throughout this matchup, which is a rare sight to see. Usually Rhea Ripley always has the size and strength advantage over her opponent, but Nia Jax, cut from a different cloth, set to the corner. Rhea bringing her down to size. Pair of boots right to the jawline. Rhea ever confident. How can she keep down Nia Jax for more than just a brief moment? I want to get ahead of myself here, but I'm not sure if Rhea can get Nia up for the Riptide. Remains to be seen. Nia up against the ropes, and all of her momentum sent over the top. Thanks to a boot for the WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. Nia Jax, wait a minute. Tiffany Stratton inside of the ring. Well, the bell has sounded. Rhea Ripley gonna win this matchup by disqualification as she is ambushed by the former champion in Tiffany Stratton. Well, just when Rhea was starting to turn things around against Nia, takes Nia out of the ring, just trying to find a window of opportunity in this matchup. There's Tiffany Stratton spoiling the fun. Stratton, who played mental mind games with Rhea for weeks in the lead up to WrestleMania, ultimately wasn't enough, and she was taken off her throne by the Nightmare. Stratton obviously upset at that result. Now spoiling this matchup tonight. Rhea wanted nothing less than victory, but unfortunately she finds it in the most unsatisfactory way. Rhea Ripley just getting sent time and time again into the LED barricade, and Tiffany Stratton is here to send a message. Rhea Ripley looking up at the lights of the KCI Center. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been quite the night here on Monday Night Raw. We are live from South Beach, the 305. This is Miami, Florida. Number one contendership for the WWE Championship will hang in the balance in moments, live from this capacity crowd. But we still got a sixth and final round of the 2025 Draft Lottery. 4 picks will be made, and then of course Raw with their bonus 2 picks thanks to winning the coin toss earlier today. Who's going where? It's round number 6 in the draft. Up first for Monday Night Raw, it is the former WWE Tag Team Champions and Angel and Berto, Los Garza. Interesting relationship with Santos over on SmackDown. You gotta wonder if that'll bleed into Monday Night Raw. And speaking of SmackDown, heading to the Blue brand, former Women's Tag Team Champions and Katana Chance and Kaden Carter had a couple of opportunities at success over the last year here on Raw, failed to obtain the gold. Maybe SmackDown is where they find their footing. Next for Raw, it is the Aussie icon, Grayson Waller, another former WWE Tag Team Champion. But severing his ties with Austin Theory months ago, Grayson Waller looking to find single success here on Raw. And the final pick for SmackDown, it is the phenomenal AJ Styles. Styles certainly familiar with the SmackDown brand. Former WWE Champion is heading back to Thursday night. What a pick for SmackDown. And now the 2 bonus picks for Monday Night Raw. Oh man, well, we have seen her here on Raw in recent memory due to those women's tag team titles, but now she will call the red brand her home. The 2024 Women's Superstar of the Year, former Women's World Champion, Roxanne Perez is Raw. And finally, coming on Monday Night Raw, it is the Viper, Randy Orton. Raw scoring huge with their 2 bonus picks in the draft lottery. Hot off the heels of a WrestleMania victory over Austin Theory, the Apex Predator Randy Orton is coming back to Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next here in Miami, who's going to Backlash? Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, a number 1 contenders WWE Championship bout is live, and it's on the scene from Miami. Up next on Raw. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry to exclusive kickoff shows before each and every premium live event. Also, witness bi-monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe Mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain and see how Universe Mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass Noah Nation Gaming channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before. It is main event time on Monday Night Raw. Sunday night, April the 27th at Backlash in Lyon, France. Bron Breakker will defend the WWE Championship against the winner of this upcoming bout. Maybe the #1 contender will be this man, the visionary, the revolutionary. I think the rest you all know.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth Rollins.
This man knows all about being at the helm of this industry. He knows all about the WWE Championship. From Orlando to Miami, the audience sings the same song. Seth Rollins at the top of his game, but will he be proclaimed as the #1 contender? Or will that right go to this man? Just about a year ago, Roman Reigns returned to the WWE after a several-year hiatus. After being engulfed in a war with the Judgment Day, the OTC looks to finally bring championship gold back to his family lineage. But in order to do so, he's got to go through an oh-so-familiar friend and oh-so-familiar foe.
And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the OTC,
Roman Reigns, a bona fide future Hall of Famer, has been there, he has done that. He has won championships all across this company. He's main evented WrestleMania, but he's never gone one-on-one with Bron Breakker. We could be in for a first-time ever matchup come the 27th of April in Lyon, France. I'll tell you what, whoever is standing on the soles of their boots on the other side of the bell and is proclaimed the #1 contender, we are going to be in for a fight of a lifetime come Backlash when the WWE title's on the line. Both of these men said last week that now that the Judgment Day is behind them, they both are here with one goal in mind, and that's becoming a champion again. But in order to do so, they got to go through each other. It is certainly a big fight field in Miami, Florida. From partners at WrestleMania to opponents here tonight on Raw. Who will become the #1 contender? Who will challenge the unpredictable badass Bron Breakker on April the 27th at the LDLC Arena in Lyon, France? That is the question we remain an answer to. This is your main event. This has been Monday Night Raw, the 2025 Draft Lottery. More history set to be made. A standoff between these two men as this crowd erupts for the opening bell. Rollins and Reigns clash again for an opportunity at the WWE title. Years of history between these two men. Teaming up at WrestleMania, donning the persona of the Shield, the Hounds of Justice rose again to take down Damian Priest and Finn Balor, which is now certainly a night that we look at as the curtain call of that very tag team. Rollins and Reigns did exactly what they wanted. Sent the Judgment Day out to perish, but now they have to go through each other in order to obtain their next goal of becoming a WWE champion. Certainly would be very interesting to see. As this crowd continues to sing the songs of Rollins, it'll be very interesting to see who is going to be the aggressor as this matchup progresses. They know each other so well. You got to wonder if either one of these men has added some new wrinkles to their arsenal in anticipation of this matchup. High knee by Seth, hustles into the pinfall. And Roman able to get the shoulder up. Both men bringing the fight to each other, just as we knew they would. They have shaken hands back in the month of February and seemingly buried the hatchet and all of their bad blood. But now, a flame reignited again as Rollins out of the ring with a pair of boots to the chest of the OTC. Only one man can head to Backlash, and Rollins is looking to ensure that that is his opportunity, that it is his name in the lights. Roman on his feet, and Rollins gonna deliver that springboard high knee once again into the pinfall. And Roman kicks out. Roman kicks out again. Rare sight to see Roman Reigns in action here on Monday Night Raw. We saw it a couple of times this year as he went against the Judgment Day. Several different bouts here on Monday Night Raw. But now back in here as Rollins off the knee, continuing to put that knee to the jaw of Roman Reigns, hoping for a knockout blow. Seth Rollins trying to knock the daylights out of Roman Reigns, but unfortunately for him, the OTC has got a Samoan head as hard as steel. Roman Reigns now is trying to get back into this matchup. Their flurry of offense by Seth for a couple of minutes. Roman Reigns said it last week, it's been far too long since he's brought championship gold back to his family. He said he fights for his family. Everything he does is for his own flesh and blood. Tonight, no different. Roman Reigns off the Saito. Roman now starting to get fired up, which could be disastrous for the Visionary. Not giving Seth any room to breathe. Off the combination of clotheslines by a very muscular frame of the OTC. I'm sure Braun Breaker, who was successful in the main event of Raw last week against Damian Priest, is looking on backstage here in Miami, wondering in anticipation, as we all are, as to who is going to be his opponent come Backlash on the 27th of April. Certainly still a lengthy road until we get to Lyon, France, and so much can happen in the lead-up. But one thing we will know by the end of tonight is who Braun Breaker's opponent's going to be. Roman Reigns looking to slow down the offense here, wrestle his style of matchup, not allow Seth to hit those high-risk maneuvers, push the pace. That's what Rollins wants. Roman cannot have it. Roman just going to bring out some powerful maneuvers, excuse me. Trying to wear down Seth freaking Rollins. Now into the pinfall. Will that be all she wrote? Another kick out in this #1 Contenders bout. And we said it before, we'll say it again. These two men know each other better than they know themselves. Gotta wonder if any new wrinkles have been added to the arsenal or if they're gonna rely on the greatest hits. Either way you spin it, it ain't gonna be easy victory for whoever gets their hand raised tonight. I'll tell you what, Roman's looking confident, looking sharp, just as he was at WrestleMania. And although these men, partners on that night, that is a fever dream, that is a memory of the past. Tonight it is all about going through one another, just as Roman is proving with that very sentiment, dropping Rollins right on the apron and telling Miami, Florida to acknowledge their OTC. Rollins setting the barrier. We just got that thing fixed after Tiffany Stratton. Seth Rollins now hung up on the barricade, and Roman Reigns delivering a fiery boot. Referee Rod Zapata on the call for this one. Wearing the stripes, telling these men to get back inside the ring, looking for a definitive winner here in South Beach. Roman in the corner, gearing up for a Superman punch. Rollins sidesteps it, pair of super kicks, takes the OTC off his feet. Rollins saw it coming from a mile away, and now a crossbody to the outside. Hey, Rollins has seen Roman use that Superman punch as his partner, and he has also felt it as his opponent. Rollins looking to avoid it at all costs tonight. Seth off the top takes Roman off his feet. Seth freaking Rollins now may have this matchup in the driver's seat. Pedigree! You see the fatigue written all over the body language of Rollins as he crawls into the pinfall. But Roman Reigns still in this contest. Incredible pedigree by Rollins, but Roman Reigns' will to become champion pushes him forward. Great counter moments ago by Seth. Saw that Superman punch coming, was able to avoid it. Pair of super kicks, excuse us. And the pedigree, but unfortunately now Rollins forced to bring this matchup to the heavens. Frankensteiner, and luckily the high risk works out for him. Frog splash by Rollins. Miami on their feet. Another kick out. Enthusiastic as all hell. Roman might have saw this matchup flash before his eyes. Might have got the wind knocked out of him off that Frankensteiner, followed by the frog splash, but the Tribal Chief still continuing to fight. Seth Rollins doing the same. Springboard moonsault. Rollins clearly showing in this matchup that he is not afraid to leave the soles of his boots. Now go for a swanton bomb, nobody home. High risk, high reward, and finally it does not work out for Seth Rollins as Roman gets out of the way. And now look at this suplex variation. Roman Reigns so powerful. Roman just trying to catch his breath after being on the bottom rung and being stepped on time and time again by Rollins off those high-risk maneuvers. Roman, dare I say, may just be playing catch-up at the moment. Seth Rollins now brought into the corner. Roman just trying to wear him down, but maybe at the same time is just trying to find his own footing, catch his breath like we mentioned. As we said before, this is what Roman wants. He wants to wrestle his style of matchup, a little bit slower pace, one where he can wear down Rollins with powerful, grueling maneuvers. Seth Rollins likes to pick up the pace, likes to leave the soles of his boots, especially in this contrast of styles kind of matchup. Rollins trying to get to his feet. Roman Reigns, however, hot on his tail. Set to the ropes, he goes, and we can probably find Seth's head in the 5th row here in Miami tonight. Cleaning the clock of the Visionary off that clothesline. There's a reversal by Seth. Seth now off the schoolboy, way too close to the ropes. Got to commend the effort. Might have just been using that schoolboy to try to get back in the driver's seat here. Into the corner. Off the forearm. Collapses Roman with a clothesline of the shoulder blades. Roman Reigns down, dead center of the ring momentarily. Will Seth Rollins be able to find a way to keep down the OTC in this #1 Contenders bout? The counter again by Roman. This thing turns into a slugfest. Dare I say, I gotta put Roman as the favorite. Seth Rollins now in the corner, trying to get to his feet. Roman closes the gap, scoop and a slam. Again, these men find themselves dead center. Rollins looking at the heavens. Roman Reigns may be nearing the finish line, maybe about to cross it, maybe securing himself #1 contendership for Bron Breaker's WWE Championship at Backlash. Seth Rollins down, Roman Reigns' wheels are a-spinning. Roman may just be thinking, what the hell do I got to do to keep Rollins down for the 3 count? Again, Roman goes behind, powerbomb. Finally into the pinfall. Again, Rollins, although not as enthusiastic as we have seen, is able to roll that shoulder off the mat. Roman Reigns starting to get fired up, realizing Seth may still have another gear he hasn't clicked into yet. I don't even know if Roman meant to send Seth over the top rope that time. I think Seth's own momentum just sent him for a ride. Roman Reigns now. Wait a minute, Superman punch on the outside of the ring. Rollins tossed into the ropes. His own momentum took him to the outside. Roman able to deliver the Superman punch. That maneuver knocks many people out, but it might have just woke Seth Rollins up saying, hey, it's now or never. You want to become #1 contender, you better start swinging. Referee Rod Zapata still counting. Leave at a count of 8 at the given moment. Count of 9, these two men got to hustle. Somebody's got to get inside the ring. Wait a minute. Well, referee Rod Zapata with no choice but to count these men out. Oh, we need a #1 contender. Roman Reigns pissed off, spearing Seth Rollins nearly out of his boots. Well, Roman realizing what just happened, this thing breaking down at ringside, both men were counted out. And the OTC furious about it. Just dished a little bit extra to Seth with that spear, but ladies and gentlemen, as Roman's made his way up the aisleway, we're left with a double count out. Who's the #1 contender for Backlash and Bron Breaker's title?